When we apply currency conversion in our models, to import values in multiple currencies and convert them to a single currency, we need to specify a currency conversion table that contains the exchange rates to use. The conversion table to be used by a model must already exist in SAP Analytics Cloud before we create the model. We could use the same table for multiple models if desired. Note that for SAP BPC, we can import a currency conversion table during the process of importing data to a model. Refer to the video on creating connections and models from SAP BPC for details. We'll begin by creating a new currency conversion table. We can create a table manually or import one from SAP BPC. Note that to import currency conversion data from sources such as local files, SAP BW, or Google Drive, we need to begin by creating a new table, saving it, and then importing data into it from one of those sources. In this case, we'll create a new table. First, we'll enter a name, and optionally we can add a description. For each rate, there are several columns of data we can enter. The required columns are source currency, where we need to enter the appropriate 3-character source currency code. Valid from, where we need to specify the date from which the rate applies. The target currency, and the exchange rate. Optionally, we can specify a category, such as actual or forecast, to maintain different rates for different data categories. Note that there is also a specific option. With the specific category, we can enter a name in the rate version column to create a rate that isn't intended as the default for any data category. Finally, in the rate type column, we can optionally enter a rate type of average or closing. Note that in the account dimension of a model, average rate types are used for income or expense account types, and closing rates are used for asset or liability account types. Now we'll leave this currency conversion table and open one that's already being used by multiple models. On the Conversion Errors tab, we can see all the errors that have been generated when users tried to work with data that required conversion rates that were not available in the currency table. For any errors generated when working with public versions, an Analyze link displays, which we can use to begin the process of creating entries for the missing rates. Note that the action to analyze missing rates can also be triggered directly from stories when currency conversion errors occur, if the user has permissions to modify the currency conversion table. Refer to the video on adding missing currency conversion rates for details. The Add Missing Rates panel allows us to perform a detailed search of the model and currency table to identify additional rates that need to be added. Note that an alternative way to open the Add Missing Rates panel is to click the exclamation point icon in the toolbar. When we open the panel from the Conversion Errors list, some details are entered automatically, such as the model that requires the missing rate and the target currency that's missing. We can specify the category and choose a rate version if desired. Note that the Add Category Dependent Rate option works in combination with the category selection we make. We'll leave the category blank and leave the Add Category Dependent Rates option disabled to create entries for missing generic rates that can apply to any category. In the Date area, we can choose to generate rates for the booking dates only, meaning the specific dates for which the data of the selected model requires rates, the booking date minus 1 year, quarter, or month, the booking date plus 1 year, quarter, or month, or a fixed date. In this case, we'll use the booking date. New rows have been added to the table based on our search criteria. We need to enter the appropriate exchange rate for each row. Note that because we chose to search for rates based on booking dates, the entries created are based on the specific dates for which the selected model requires rates. We'll use the same rate for the whole 6-month period for each source currency. Now we'll click Keep to preserve the rates we just added, and then save the table. Thanks for watching.